How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Sea of Souls, our live stream Dungeons and Dragons campaign brought to you by the Elder Brain. We are the Elder Brain. I am Craig. With me are Mike, Devin, I almost called him Talon, Ian, and Jack. We are all here this week. It's been a while since we've all been together. We've had one or more away here and there. So good to have the whole crew back together. But thank you for joining us. If you're watching us on Twitch, please follow and make sure that you check out our link tree, Elder Brains. You can find the links to all of our socials, do the follows and all that good stuff. And you can check out our VOD content and our Discord. Come and join us there as well. We are jumping into episode 59, almost a big 6-0. Obviously of Souls, which is exciting. Just a heads up that next week, it's a long weekend. We are most likely having a week off. I know I'm away. A couple of us can't make it, so I believe the consensus was that it would be a break for the long weekend. So we will take that week off, and then the following week will be some Pathfinder 2. Woohoo! We'll be back with Ian at the helm, so stay tuned for that. It'll be good times. But with all that out of the way, let's jump into the Dungeons and the Dragons, episode 59 of Sea of Souls. To recap, en route to Enhold in search of your quarry, after returning to Kias through the Void Gates, with a little bit of a pit stop in the Barren Isles, encountering some undead who did not attack you, which you realized must have been due to your current bargain, ceasefire with Umbra. I made it back to Kias and determined that making your way to Enhold to hunt down the ex-priest of Umbra, as per your agreement, would be the most beneficial thing to do in your current situation. You made a pit stop to the island where Torque had been marooned for a good 10 years or so, the abandoned lighthouse, bringing some reminiscing for Torque and showing you a little bit of the beach and the area that he spent many years in isolation. And as you all approach the tower, Torque noting that it seems a little bit more decrepit than he remembered it being previously, the ground beneath your feet rumbled, shook, a bit of a growling cadence beneath your feet, and some of the rocks that had fallen from the tower and a pile at the base of it began to rustle around and grow and become this large, kind of misshapen stone creature, animated by some unknown force. And as you all watch it kind of form, its eyes come alight with this reddish purple energy, it kind of stomps the ground a couple of times, smashes its big rock fists together as little pebbles go flying, and it looks at the group of you and opens its mouth in a silent roar. Sounds more like just gravel, kind of, but not really a projected roar.
Are we sure that's its mouth?
I'm pretty sure. Its intent seems clear, if nothing else. It is definitely hostile and ready to engage. And so, gentlemen,
ooh, look at that bad boy.
We need rock lungs.
Indeed it would. We jump right in
scream
to the fray.
So is he currently standing on ground made of his flesh, or is his flesh made of the ground?
The ground is like grass and sand and a mixture of everything kind of underneath him. So yes and no. Gentlemen, we will roll initiative.
Whoa, hey, I think I blacked out there for a moment there from all the drinking, but wow, geez, we're fighting. Okay.
Would perception make sense for custom initiative?
Yep. I think that would work.
Okay, in that case, I got a 23.
Given yeah, Torque kind of taking it in, being on guard as he notices things are a little bit different than they were before. So yeah, see that works.
I think if there's anything else.
Is the ground is shaking as this thing is rising? Yes.
Mhm.
Can I say that the ground shaking has kind of woken me from a sort of dazed stupor, and I have to, and I'm using acrobatics to sort of stabilize myself and kind of be like, "Whoa,
Sure, why not?
okay." I mean,
It's like the opposite of finding your sea legs.
We
yeah.
will allow it.
You're filing your land legs, yeah.
Oh, I'll take an 8. All right, cool, awesome. Hey, did we have a long rest?
We've
Yes.
had several
Yeah,
long rests.
that's what I thought. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we did.
Like,
Took
I'm
us a-
pretty sure we did.
Took us a day to sail here, a day and a half to
Yeah.
sail here.
That's
Yeah.
what I figured.
I mean, I'll probably just be perception as well, just sort of on the lookout, but not really doing anything special.
I want to try to make the case that Dinar is looking at the tower and trying to determine its history to roll an initiative on that, but I don't think that that's going to slide. So I
Just
think
the
Dinar's
historical significance of this monster.
probably a
It's,
straight
Historical-
perception.
I think you can sell it.
Perception, sure, yeah.
Perception?
There-
Okay.
There have been many
That's what you
great
said, wasn't it? Or,
battles.
yeah.
Well, I was trying to say history.
Oh, yeah. I don't think history would do much. For
There have
you.
been many great battles in history. I have studied many of them, and I understand that when a rock beast comes at you, based on the various exploits of Dermanitar the Rock Slayer, that I know what to do because I've read the history. That's how you say
As
it.
written
Something
in,
to that
as written
effect.
in Sun Tzu's The Art of War, if a giant rock monster is currently charging your troops, get out of the way.
Do not
Yeah.
run in a straight line away from the thing that is falling on you.
Oh god, that's
Run
from
to
the
the side.
Prometheus school of running
Yeah,
away.
you gotta
from things.
zigzag.
right.
You gotta serpentine.
That's from the literally every movie ever. Running school of running away from things.
Indiana Jones gets a pass because he's in a tunnel. You see, that's
True. All right. Well, fittingly, Torque, you take the top of the initiative in your own stomping grounds here.
Okay.
is this a friend of yours?
Torque will step forward and say, I didn't make many friends here. I'm going to rage.
Yeah.
So 5, 10, 15 feet with my instinctive pounce.
It grow.
Oh my god, he's still bigger than me.
For now.
This,
I
it
was
is
gonna say
quite
for now,
large. Yeah.
yeah.
A good 15 to 20 feet high. This thing.
I'm gonna give a good reckless bop with whelming wrath just to try and stun him, I guess. Maybe just try and stagger him a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, well, that's gonna be a 29 to hit.
29 will indeed hit.
All right. Oh, and before I roll, let's say acid is my current elemental cleaver damage again.
Okay. Cool.
Not a bad choice when fighting rock.
That's my thought. All right, my rage damage is toggled on, so that is going to be 12 bludgeoning plus 4 acid damage, which
Okay.
isn't great.
But it's something.
For my next attack, I'm gonna get in close, and I'm actually gonna try a grapple attempt. Because I am raging, I should have advantage on this check.
Mhm.
Pretty good.
Okay. Well, I got
He's a
a.
little bit stronger than you.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
We Torque attempts to grab onto him, and does not succeed in slowing him down. You kind of see his feet just kind of like digging into the earth as he's being like pushed along by this thing that he's trying to restrain.
It's more like too like the parts of him, because he's not just solid rock. Like you grab on and like chunks of rock just kind of like break free and then reform. And you can't seem to actually like get a solid grip as he just kind of just keeps shifting.
It's like trying to hold onto a bag full of gravel. Okay.
Yeah.
Or even just a loose. I'm trying to wrestle with a loose pile of gravel.
Yeah.
Really. All right. So that will be all I can do this turn.
Okay. That will bring us to Mr. Flick.
No. Um. $30 feet. All right. Well, first, Page will do a flyby and go up. So she'll end up about here and 30 feet in the air, well out of reach, hopefully. Swoop in, do a help, and bugger off.
Gotcha.
And then Flick will move up. Shma. And I guess.
We're learning from past mistakes and forming a protective phalanx around the casters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure it's just going to burrow under us in a minute, but
Well, no, what's going to happen is that a second one is going to appear right next to Tayland.
Don't give Craig ideas.
Why would you say that?
All right, so I will bonus action Hex. I will Hex it for strength.
Ooh, good call.
Gee, that's great.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty awesome.
I thought so.
Nice.
And then I will whip it twice.
Whip it.
First one's with advantage because of the help. So whip
Indeed.
26, that'll probably hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
I would certainly hope so.
I will dump in my Fury of the Small on that one just
I'd be
because.
very worried if it didn't.
But you are very small.
So
very
25. 3 of that is necrotic damage. The rest is good old slashing.
And that's
Second one.
non-magical slashing, right?
Correct.
Okay, so that was,
Second one.
What did we say? It was 3 necrotic and 22 slashing.
Yep.
So that slashing is going to be only 11.
All right. Second attack. 22. Shouldn't have been
22 will hit.
Okay. So just 6 necrotic, 8 slashing.
So that would be 4 slashing, but the necrotic seems to land.
Well, that's good.
Slowly. It does seem to have some resistance to non-magical damage this year. I mean, it's rocks. So.
It is giant pile of rocks. Yep. Yep.
All right.
Big box of rocks.
And I'm done.
Dinar.
All right. Dinar's gonna do something.
Rock death.
I don't have rock death, unfortunately.
Oh.
It's a spell I'm working on. So Dinar's actually going to cast a spell that he has not cast before. He's going to pull out a little bird's feather, and he is going to kind of move his hands around it, and the feather is going to pop into 2 illusory feathers, and then expand and attach themselves to his back. And for anybody paying attention, they look kind of like the rock wings that we fought. And Dinar is casting Fly to get himself up into the air because the thought of another one popping out does concern Dinar.
And now you're invincible. You just can stay up there, and they can't hit you
For 10 minutes, assuming they can't chuck parts of themselves at me.
I'd say he's going to start throwing himself at you. and
Yeah.
Then you're going to have a bad time.
I mean, that would probably be painful.
it would.
How badly does he want you dead?
Don't go the full 60 feet up. Just only go 30, so the falling damage is manageable.
What did you say your wings look like for this?
Like the rock bird that we fought.
Oh,
The giant rock.
He's got rock wings.
Yeah.
It's not stone wings.
Not
rock
stone wings. Rock as the bird.
Completely.
I think
So-
there's like I think you're supposed to roll the R. I think that's how the pronunciation.
I
is.
can't roll my R's, unfortunately. I never learned how to do that.
Roll the C instead, then it'll be fine.
Yeah, take it.
Go full Klingon.
I was gonna say it's gonna sound Klingon.
Or Welsh, take your
You
pick.
both just the rock.
So Dinar's purpose for this is actually twofold. So he is going to go 30 feet up into the air, and then he's because I now have a flying speed of 60 for the next 10 minutes. So I'm going to go 30 feet up, and then I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet over here. So I'm 30 feet up and 30 feet that way, and I'm trying to see if I can spot another one possibly coming
You gotta
in.
start learning that Pythagorean theorem.
Well, but diagonals are worth 5, or worth 5 and then 10 and then 15, right? Right.
I don't know.
Well, if you're coming from above and below in an angle, technically it's different, but yeah.
Ask those teenagers to solve Pythagorean theorem.
I'll get my son. Give me a second. No, I don't think he's doing that yet.
All right, so you're 30 feet up. So the tower itself, like it is broken,
Mhm.
but it's still a good like 60 to 70 feet high. Like it's not.
Yeah.
The walls kind of go up pretty
Yeah.
high still, but the top of it is just gone.
Yeah, I'm more so just trying to get a better lay of the land around us to see
Okay.
something coming from farther away.
Okay. Cool.
And then that'll be my turn.
All right. That will bring us to the awakened rubble. And it is going to
Awaken.
already awakened. Well,
Going to roll over and go back to sleep.
it's got 2 targets in front of it.
Yeah, and one's bigger, and one's very small.
Well, one actually did a little bit more. Actually, you guys, they both did damage.
True story.
8, 9.
I mean, mine was less overall, but it wasn't.
I was gonna think. I think Flick actually did more damage, so it is going to go for Flick because it's attacking the most recent attacker who did more damage to it. Just
He is small but furious.
Mm-hmm.
okay. So it is going to
small but
make
mighty. One might
a
say.
couple of slam attacks against you.
All right.
It's a 15 to hit.
15 might hit. Let's see.
Oh yeah, your
Squash you
shield.
like a
Ignore the
bug.
necrotic damage, but the shield says no.
Okay. And second slam 11.
Nope.
No. All right. So it is going to use its
That is
burrow speed.
incredibly unlucky rock
Oh, yeah.
creature.
Burrow speed. Here we go.
I called it.
Mm. Cool. That's
know,
great.
I just reread the fly spell, and if I'd upcast it one more level, I could have cast it on me and Tayland.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's okay.
It's gonna reappear. So kind of just like goes on the ground. You see it just gonna rumble through a little bit, and it pops up over there.
Please be.
Now, does Burrowing provide an attack of opportunity?
Well, that's a good question.
Well, it goes under-
attempt a sort of whack-a-mole situation is what I'm asking.
That is a good question because it
It's
goes
not a teleport.
underground. It's still
From a
within
Z
your-
axis, it is leaving reach at some point.
but it's
That's the question. Does it leave reach? But it's going behind cover. I think that is different because
Yeah,
by the
it's
time it
going
leaves your
underground.
reach, you
Yes,
can't
if it
see it.
if it goes completely
Tell
down
me 1 second. I
underground
think my
and then
headphones just
moves,
died.
I'm gonna say no at this
Yeah.
because it went underground, and when it actually moved away from me, it was already
fully,
rocks
fully
underground.
covered.
So
Yeah.
So we'll say no on this one. Yeah. All right, Talon.
Well, that's terrifying. Seeing that and looking up at Dinar, We'll wonder whether or not Talon knows that you could have targeted him with the fly spell. But he'll just say, "Oh well, yes, two can play at that game," and I shall pull out my red parrot feather, whisper gently, and conjure Willy Redtail as a small-sized parrot, which is a parrot the size of a halfling. And I shall have it grasp onto my shoulders and lift me into the air.
Mm.
Very good.
And then I shall say, "All right, Torque, you got squatters on your island. Get your land back," and I'll give him bardic inspiration.
Get your land back.
I shall give him the inspiration of the bardic people. Even though he never needs it, but hey.
Okay.
Yes.
And how high up are you flying? Right
So let's see. Willie's flight speed is 60 feet. So with me, that's going to be half to 30. So let's say 30 feet up.
Okay.
I'll kind of go chill in the same amount of height as Dinar, and I'll just kind of look over at Dinar and just be like, "Hey, who needs your conjurer's tricks when I have pet?"
All right. So that brings us to the top of the round.
Dinar kind of looks over his shoulder and sees the
Roll
illusory
two.
wings over his shoulder and looks over at you with the claws holding your shoulders.
Yeah.
Yes. Who needs magic? Or, sorry, am I Dinar? Yes, who needs magic?
I have actual wings.
No, you have
All
a
right.
bird.
Okay, I think I'm back.
With an actual bird with actual wings.
Did we lose you, Jack?
Nope, no, I'm not.
We hear you.
Yep. Does he not hear us?
I don't know.
I'm guessing that is the case.
Jack,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
He might not even be able to
What is
see
going
us.
on here?
We're having some technical difficulties.
I love how this bird, the size of a halfling, has a strength of 18. It's freaking great.
Stronger than you.
Makes no sense.
It is, yes. Who needs the fly spell? I have the power over the animal kingdom.
Okay, that was weird, but I think I'm back.
Hey.
Yeah, we can hear you. We got you.
Oh yeah, but I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't
yeah.
figure out how to reconnect.
I have given
Um,
you bardic inspiration by telling you to get your land back from the land itself.
Excellent. What's the over/under on attack of opportunity against this guy?
We determined
Oh,
no
we
because
we ruled no.
Yeah, it leaves your. By the time it leaves your reach, it is already under total cover.
Womp womp. Okay.
Yeah. It is your turn, however, now.
Oh, we got around to me already. Hot diggity.
Yes, I am 30 feet in the air with my parrot holding me aloft. Me and Dinar are cowards.
No,
Very, very squishy
Okay.
cowards.
we're the artillery.
Yay, there you go. Air
I'm
Force.
gonna hit it with another whelming wrath. If this connects, I'm gonna use my crusher feet to actually pull him closer to me.
Okay.
We'll rule that as like me kind of hooking my the head of the hammer into him and just
Yeah, sure.
just kind of yanking him forward, assuming it hits.
I like that.
I will be attacking recklessly.
You have my inspiration. You better hit. Well,
Oh,
well.
I
A
mean, I
20.
definitely hit.
Or a 1.
I will take credit for that. My inspiration
Wow.
was so good that you didn't need it because you rolled a crit.
There you go, man. Nat 20 for
I
a total
always-
of 30.
This happens so infrequently. I always forget if brutal critical is automatically factored in here. I think it is.
For the damage roll?
Yes.
Oh,
based on the amount of damage
Oh.
I just rolled, So
It's probably factored into your weapon on the sheet because you can go in and set that.
Oh yeah. So 20 plus 14 is 34. 37. So it's 37 magical bludgeoning damage plus an additional 11 acid damage.
Wow.
I will pull him 5 feet closer to me as well. And since Talon's got that hex up, since Flick's got that hex up, I am also gonna try again with the grapple just to keep him from pulling that burrowing stunt again.
Because of Crusher, though, all attacks on it now have advantage because you scored a crit.
You critted with Crusher, that's right.
That is true. However, I did already attack recklessly, so it would be at advantage regardless. Torque is just going to grab this guy in a bear hug to give everyone else the opportunity to take advantage of the Crusher feed and light him up.
Light him up,
Okay.
up, light him up.
Well, that's an 8.
Good job, Flick.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
You hexed him good.
Let him have it,
Pick the right
gentlemen.
stat for once.
Yeah.
You all have advantage. Please use it wisely.
Oh,
No.
Unload. Here we go.
Oh, attack rolls? What am I, some sort of pedestrian?
Flick,
Yeah, huh?
just off to the side over here
Ah,
by this
boy.
pile of rubble,
Yeah.
a loud kind of screeching, almost like a kettle boiling sound kind of sounds from one, just like, and you hear and you see
Great sound.
the air itself just kind of start to shimmer.
It's such a great sound
with
that
that that heat wave as a strange kind of portal or blip in reality just kind of bubbles open.
Oh.
And you see
Oh
this
my.
fine creature here,
Mm.
Lovely.
What a charming fellow.
head just on fire.
It's Ghost Rider?
Screecher. I wonder why they call him that.
Yeah, no idea. Incoming.
The look of it. This
Oh
creature
my.
there.
That, Oh! Holy crap! A creature made of water! Or of fire! Oh! Oh, yes!
And
Creature made for
just
water.
full on fire and just seems to just kind of come out of nowhere more or less, or through this portal.
Quaint.
And
So now the question is
flying at this point just a few feet off the ground. It seems to have these sort of weird, not like full on wings, but there's almost sort of like a halo of fire effect that seems to just kind of be surrounding it and undulating, that kind of the heat itself kind of pushes it up off the ground. And as it moves, you can see parts of the grass beneath it just wither a little bit.
Crispy.
now the question
It's
is
gonna come.
is it the type of fire creature that's resistant to cold because it's so hot, or vulnerable to cold because it's made of fire?
I guess we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
It comes flying in, Flick, at you, and a blade of pure flame appears in its hands as it just comes screeching in at you.
Screecher is screeching.
That's going to be a 21 to hit.
That might. Let's see. The shield says I can shield that, so I flip him
Okay.
off.
So you do manage to get your shield up. However, you can feel immense heat radiating off of this creature. It is suddenly very, very uncomfortable to be near this entity.
I don't plan on sticking around, so
And it would
work out
be
well.
your turn.
For whatever reason, I kind of imagine these guys in the sort of the old Ray Harryhausen, Jason the Argonauts, claymation style.
Oh yeah, the skeleton.
The skeletons.
Yeah.
Somebody recently took that footage and put blender frames between them to make it smoother. Looks good.
See, I don't really.
You can't do that.
The jank is part of it. That's
It is,
Yeah,
exactly.
like genuinely, because the number of frames that an animator chooses to animate on is like part of the process. Like everything needs to move and ambulate.
You can't move that.
According to it's like part of the stage direction, basically.
Something shouldn't be fixed. All right, Flick, your turn.
Well, crap. All right. Bringing them your way, little guy. And I'm going to provoke the attack of opportunity and scoot over here to take advantage of the advantage.
Definitely going to take that.
Oh, that's right. You can't.
16.
I'm not a regular goblin. That's right. That
You have
might
special
hit.
eyes.
That 16 does not hit.
Okay.
I've burned off his attack of opportunity. Okay, now that I'm up close and personal with Big and Ugly here, I will Booming Blade this cat.
That's it. It's a rock rebel.
Oh my
Pair
God.
of twos.
Does not.
Do you have inspiration?
No. All right, bonus action. Try again. 16 gonna hit.
16 does not hit.
So glad I came over. I will action surge and try again. I'm doing math. I think my action surge is going to be another booming blade because it's going to do more damage. If 20 will hit,
20, yes. 20 will hit.
Nice.
awesome. So, do full damage. I'm hoping the thunder and necrotic both do full damage.
They will indeed.
So that's 13 and then 5. So
18 damage. All right, yeah, it's a good hit on it.
that
Solid
was
connection.
move, action, bonus, action surge. Oh, you know what? I will have Paige come in and hokey pokey on this guy and help the next person to attack the Screecher.
Okay.
And
I just want to clarify. You are sending a paper airplane to harass a creature made of fire.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's just crazy enough to work.
Is it a flyby?
Yes. It's already used its reaction anyway, but yeah.
Okay.
It has,
So
yes,
he's-
it has.
Is it making contact?
I
It does
don't
not have to do the help action. I don't have to make contact. No.
Okay.
It's more of a distraction.
Yeah, I'm going to circle around it 3 times and then fly straight up.
Okay.
Sheer audacity.
Noted. Is that it for Flick?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Dinar.
All right, Dinar, we got to take these out before the water one shows up next. We really don't need all 4 of them out here because I am not in the mood to fight the captain of the planets.
Earth, fire, water, and wind.
I guess Heart's in there too.
Nah,
God.
heart is us.
Oh, I was
Care
trying to think
Bear,
of like
Care
what
Bear,
sort of,
countdown. 4, 3,
what sort of
2,
like heart-themed monster could Craig throw at us?
Cupid.
I'm picturing a
Oh
blood.
God,
That's it.
the demons have learned about the power of friendship, and now they're using it against us.
You've heard of the Elder Brain, but have you seen the Elder Heart?
Oh,
Right,
God.
Dinar.
More magic.
More magic, yes, but I don't want to spend all of my magic here in case there's more to come. So you guys are handling the
Blow
rock
up
guy
rock guy.
pretty well. But yes, I do think that I should try to blow him up. Seeing as how the acid damage seems to be working for Torque, Dinar will conjure up a bubble of acid and hurl an acid splash at the target. So it needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which I'm sure it's not going to be good at.
One would hope.
A
No.
nimble pile of rocks.
Yeah.
I mean, at a -1, that's 11.
All right, so that's going to hit. So since I'm at 11th level, this is going to do 3d6 acid damage. Let's do those 3. Not a great roll, but that's 4, 3, 7. So 8 acid damage to the creature.
Nice.
And I think Dinar is also going to fly up another 30 feet to make him 60 feet up in the air.
Okay.
And not that he's trying to get away from Tayland, but he's also going to move a little bit laterally to there.
Okay.
And that will be my turn.
Okay. The rebel wasn't too keen on that. Then is going to burrow.
Now it is grappled, which means that its speed is reduced to 0.
That is correct. So never mind. Yep, it will attack you because you are the one that is.
Okay, he'll have advantage on account of me
Resistant,
using reckless
yeah.
attack, yeah.
All right, let's go for slam attack. 26 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, that'll do 14 bludgeoning damage.
I think it'll be halved to 7 on account of me raging.
Yep.
It's been so long since I've taken damage, guys. I can't remember.
You feel it though, like through the rage, your sense of pain is lessened, but the thud is
I
still
imagine
like.
he just
ow.
I imagine he just reels back and just headbutts Torque in the face.
And then a 17 to hit.
I think that hits. Hang on. I really should have this more
Is your
memorized.
AC 16?
Oh no, my AC is 18 actually.
18. Okay, so that
Fantastic.
that does not hit. Okay, it just like it seems to be very mindless. It's not mindless, but not intelligent in the same sense. It's very much just like you hit me, I hit you. I attack
Primal.
enemies. Yeah. Just yeah. All right, Talon.
Yes. This screecher is an affront to everything I stand for. Not only is it made of the antithesis of what I conjure forth, in that it is made of fire, and I am a wave singer. This is a fire screecher. Its screechings are making my ears bleed. They are absolutely the most atrocious sounds to have ever wandered their way into my head holes.
We're gonna find out it's also a teetotaler or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. And he's been stone cold sober for 6 years.
He takes out his AA chip.
Do I believe, having been an adventurer,
Bashad.
someone who has studied magic to some degree, that creatures such as this that appear to be made of fire are susceptible to like water being splashed upon them at great force, or do I feel like they're like so burning, so ever burning that it would just be fairly standard? It would function no differently than it would against any other creature.
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
All right, I'm okay at that. 13.
13. Okay. Based on the radiating heat coming off of this thing, you feel that it probably your water would evaporate before it did any extra.
Right. Yeah. Okay. It's
damage.
too hot.
Yeah,
Got it.
it's so hot that it would.
Do I feel the
turn
same
into steam,
about
basically.
ice magic? Would probably like any way to try to put this out. Ice, wind, water.
Doesn't
is
seem
probably
yeah.
going to
Doesn't
be-
seem like it's going to be any
Do
more
I think-
effective.
Do I
than-
think that it's so hot that ice magic would not work very well?
you don't get that sense?
Okay. Because I'm gonna
It's
be
just
honest.
not going to be more effective than you
Sure, that's
expect.
fine. This thing still is an abomination in the eyes of me and everything I stand for. So, maintaining myself 30 feet in the air, I shall command Willie to carry me aloft above the creature, and looking down, I shall grab my my squeeze box, and one great bellow. I shall have it. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Okay.
Your hat be frozen to your head, your body be like a
That's an
loaf
11.
bread. Your shoes be frozen to your feet for standing there beneath me. I am casting Rhyme's Binding Ice.
Ooh.
Oh my god. That was 68.
That was 6d8.
That was 68.
Mm.
Oh,
A couple of twos and a 1 in there,
4,
yeah.
Wow.
1, 4, 4.
oh,
Yeah.
that hurts
That's
so
bad.
much.
Oh man.
So 17.
But more importantly, its speed has been reduced to 0, as it is frozen solid.
Nice.
Or at least it is frozen. It is hindered by ice formation. So I'm going to assume it's like mildly that the flame has somewhat dampered on its body. This would last until it uses an action to melt or break away the ice.
Okay.
But we'll see if that actually works. This is more out of an experimentation. I was really hoping the damage would be higher, but that's okay.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to hold off on my Bardic Inspiration because Torque has yet to use mine, and Flick doesn't ever seem to need it. Dinar is being useless over there. So
Wow.
He
I
threw
know.
acid, Tayland.
I know where my next magic missile's going. Right at Willy Redtail.
Oh wait, no.
All right. Is that
Two
it?
birds,
That's it
one
for Taylor?
stone.
I'm going to assume Willie is not skilled enough to drop me, fly down, attack, and then come back up and pick me. So no,
Probably.
yeah, that'll be it for my turn.
All right. Another piercing shriek rends the air. As another waving bubble of energy bursts.
More of them. Great. Now they're in harmony.
Hey, why is that one damaged too?
No, we'll take it. We'll take it.
What the heck?
Play it as it lies. I healed the other one.
What? Why is it? Why are they linked?
The
Because roll
token,
20 is awesome.
the way so the tokens are set to match the HP of the character sheet, and the character sheet is across all the monsters who use the HP matching it. I learned that one the hard way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now it's not.
Weird.
I don't know what just happened. So I'm gonna switch them out. Okay, so this one is gonna appear.
Hey guys, roll 20 is so free.
All right, this one is going to same as before. This one's going to attack you as well, Flick.
Unclear on whether Foundry fixes this.
Yes, it does.
That's a crit.
Hard to dodge that. So I will use my reaction, and I will definitely absorb elements on that shit.
Oh no.
That's not good.
So that's going to be 6, 7. Can't
21
count.
plus 3 necrotic.
Yeah. So 24 total.
All right. So sorry. How I'm trying to figure out. Is that
21 fire damage and
is
3
21
necrotic.
fire damage? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That's weird. Yeah.
Weird. Okay. So 3 necrotic goes through.
No, 20. Sorry, 20.
7 and 7 and 6. Yeah, 20 fire damage. So
Yeah.
the 3 necrotic goes
Yes.
through on the roll. So I take 13. Counter. I absorb elements. Do I feel like upcasting absorb elements? You know what? Is Torque going to finish Rockman? Maybe. I will not upcast it. I will just cast a first level absorb elements. That'll be fun.
That's not bad.
Do you have to concentrate on the hex or?
I will. I am a warcaster, so that should not be a huge issue. So I took
You heard
how
it
much?
here first.
That'll just inform what I do next, basically.
So I took 23, so I need to make a DC 11? Right, it's half the damage you took.
Yeah, rounded down. I want to be 11.
Yeah. Nailed it.
All right. Top of the round. Just give me one.
Top of the round.
Someone's recharging abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh god, a 5, a 6, and a 5. This is all. This is not coming up Millhouse right now.
The one that just attacked you, Flick, seems to kind of reality warps and shifts a little bit around it, and it becomes ethereal, semi-ethereal. You can still see it.
Oh boy.
But it seems to be between planes.
Are we still feeling heat from it?
Lessened. So it's
I meant
not.
to ask. When I left the heat radius of the other one, was it just when I was adjacent to it felt bad, or how far away?
Yeah. Just when you're right, like standing right beside it, it's like, oh, you feel like you can really survive that for too long.
Don't want to end turns next to them. Got it.
So this one is now partially. It's like half in this world and half not.
Interesting.
Torque.
If the hex is still active for my next attack, I'm going to do a shove attempt against the rubble that I'm grappling.
Okay. You're gonna kick rocks.
Like glad for that advantage. So 27.
Be hard to beat at disadvantage.
Rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll away.
Anybody got any paper?
I have scissors.
Did you roll your athletics check yet? I can't see it.
Oh, sorry. I was in my mind. You're just attacking me. Right. And I have disadvantage on this. You're trying to shove him.
Oh.
Yeah, trying to shove him prone.
That's a 20. So yeah, your 27 wins. Beats me.
Nice.
Okay, so the Awakened Rebel is currently prone and grappled, which means that attacks have advantage against it, and it cannot spend movement to stand up because it is grappled. However, Whelming Wrath is a two-handed weapon, right?
Yes.
You're sitting on it.
Yeah. Well, I think I technically have to have like a free hand in order to maintain the grapple, right? So.
Yeah, you gotta be able to actually hold on to it somehow.
I think that Torque is going to make an unarmed attack just to maintain his rage for now.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll make that a bite attack.
Wait, some rocks.
This is not a reckless attack because he is prone. However, I did only roll a 13.
Yeah.
Which makes sense that biting a rock
It's
would not
it's hard.
be effective.
Yeah. It's like nope.
This isn't like rock candy at all.
I'm scraping them up real good. You know what? I will spend the inspiration though, because I feel like I should do that. It's a D8 now, right?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, well I know that a 14
Oh,
doesn't hit.
jeez, come on.
At least I tried.
You
At
did
least
try.
I tried.
You did try.
What is
You
with
really
me
tried to
and
bite
dice today?
stone, but it didn't work out for you. Okay, is that it for Turk? I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's how Torque can do.
Would have been cool if you did
Alright.
bite the rock. Man.
Tayland,
Oh
because
boy.
of this creature's heated body trait is radiating heat. The ice around it just kind of like
Yeah, okay. I kind of figured that
melts away.
Yeah,
from
I kind of
it.
figured that's how it was going to work, but worth checking. That was mainly, yeah. I assume that just happens.
Yeah. It's just naturally like.
Yeah, it's just so hot. Yeah.
Basically, it's heated body. A creature touching or being in contact with it, or anything that is essentially burnable,
like ice,
consumable by fire. Yeah.
Okay.
So it is going to go from just slightly hovering off the ground to join you at 30 feet.
Oh boy, I was afraid of that.
Yeah,
because it flies.
Hi. Hello. No hard feelings.
Giant flaming sword in its hand just screeches in your face. It's a 19 to hit.
Cutting words.
There's no need for that.
Let's see. What is this? Is this a bardic inspiration?
Come on now, we're all friends here.
I can subtract a 4 from that.
So 15.
That still hits.
Oh boy.
11, 12, 13, 16. 16 fire damage and 3 necrotic.
Ow! Ah! Three necrotic. Concentration. Yay!
And coming up close to you, its mouth just opens, and there's just like the blazing white red hot of a furnace just in its maws. It just opens up. It just
Oh, Balrog.
And you can just feel the heat emanating off of this thing.
I do not want to be here.
Wait, what?
That's shocking.
Tadar, get back here and fight, you coward.
Flick.
All right, I will open up with a. Oh, this guy's prone, isn't he? That'll help. A booming blade
You got a prone stone and a semi-invisible flame.
Yeah, I'll start on the prone stone.
Also a flame 30 feet up, currently badgering me.
Yeah, I'll work on that. One target at a time.
From prone stone.
Oh, for Christ. 15 doesn't hit, does it?
15 does not hit, unfortunately.
All right, I will do regular old whip with the bonus action. 24.
Oh, yeah, there you go, of course.
24 will hit.
All right, the absorb elements goes into this one. So
Hey, there you go.
there we go. Nice round numbers. That is so 10 from the fire and necrotic, and then 10 from slashing, which becomes 5. Another 15.
So that'll be 15 damage. Yep. It's a good hit.
Yeah. Could have been 2 good hits, but I rolled garbage. Do I feel like I'm going to take damage if I hang around the ethereal one?
You feel it's less hot than it was, but it's still uncomfortably hot. So potentially.
Potentially.
Hmm.
The part of it that exists on this plane is still made of fire.
Well, which is worse? I don't know. I will tempt the fates. I will see what it does. I guess Paige will again hokey pokey and again help on this one for whoever wants to make an attack on it. And I'm done.
Dinar.
All right. Seeing as our combatants keep multiplying.
Tadar, have I said how great of a wizard you are lately?
I don't think you've ever said that.
You said rather the opposite, but let me help you.
Thank you.
Dinar will conjure up his magic missile, and I am going to cast it at 4th level. So this is going to be 6 darts. I'm going to throw 3 at the Screecher that is attacking Tayland. And I'm going to throw 3 at the awakened rubble.
Okay.
Now, I also want to... Craig, I'll let you gauge how this is going to work. I would also like to use Power Surge. So, what am I adding that damage to? Not each dart, right? It says once per turn, when you deal damage to a creature or object with a wizard spell, you can spend 1 Power Surge to deal extra force damage to that target. The extra damage is equal to half your wizard level.
According to Jeremy Crawford, who tweeted about this, Magic Missile is considered a single damage roll for each dart. So, for example, the Evocation Wizard's bonus applies to all darts. The Scribe, or the it's one of the reasons why the Lore Master Wizard was so busted, is because they could add like 2d10 to Magic Missile and it would apply to each bolt.
So, but it's saying that you add the damage to the target.
Add that force damage to that target. Yes. So if I have multiple targets, I choose a target.
Choose one of your targets. Okay. I would say in this case, just because you're attacking 2 of them, just choose one of them, and that's where your extra damage is going to go.
I'm assuming you're going to make me choose before I roll.
Yes.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Just choose. Yeah. Choose your.
How much is it?
Which one you're going to add to?
I'm adding 5. So
well,
I think
if it's just a straight 5, you can just add that. So I'm going to say choose your target that you're going to add it to.
Yep. And then roll the damage.
Because you're kind of casting it as part of it, right? You're saying like this damage is going here, that damage is going there.
So with that in mind, I'm going to throw 4 darts at the awakened rubble and 2 at the screecher, and I'm going to throw the Power Surge at the screecher.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a guaranteed 5 plus 2 d4. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. So let me start by attacking the screecher. So 5 plus whatever I roll here. 5 plus 5. So that's another 10 damage to the screecher. 10 force damage.
Woo! Okay.
Oh, that didn't do as much as I hoped it would. And then 4 darts to the awakened rubble. Wait, I think I'm stupid. I am stupid. It's an additional 2 damage to the screecher because each dart is 1d4 plus 1.
You didn't add the +1, yeah, that's right.
All right, so 4 darts going to the rubble. That's 2 4s, which is great. That's an 8 plus 2 is 10 plus 1 is 11 plus 4 is 15.
That confused me, but cool, 15.
Am I missing a d4? Anyways.
You'll find it when you get up in the morning.
Yeah.
Embedded. Ow.
Should have 6. I only have 5. Anyways.
So stabbing pain in my butt.
I really kind of wanted to finish that thing off, but I don't think Chaos Dice is going to do it for me. So that will be my turn. I think maybe Dinar is going to start floating a little bit closer to his companion. So we'll go 5, 10, 15 to there. Still 60 feet up.
Okay.
Friend!
You're welcome.
The awakened rubble. So it is prone and grabbed. So he's just going to slam. It's going to slam itself against the one that is pinning it.
That's fair. This will not be an advantage because I actually did not reckless attack.
You didn't. That's right. Yes, this is just straight. That's gonna be crit, anyways.
Well, play dumb games, win dumb prizes.
That's 27 bludgeoning damage, but you are raging, so halved.
Okay, so we round up for that.
13.
13, okay.
Yeah, round up 13. So 13 points bludgeoning damage. And second slam attack is the exact opposite.
Okay, well, at least I only got hit once.
Swings and roundabouts.
Dang. Yeah, that's all it's gonna do. It's just kind of enraged, just being like pounding at you. can't do much else. So, yeah. All right, Talon.
All right. Fire bad. Well, first of all, seeming as it has entered into the range of Willie's peck attack, we're going to do that first. So we're going to have Willie make 2 attacks.
Okay.
22.
So 22 will hit.
And I assume Willie's going to take fire damage.
He is going to take 28 points of fire damage.
Oh,
28? Oh God.
Yikes.
Okay, he just squeaks by with 2 hit points left. Wow.
seriously,
that was a lot.
wow.
Holy
Don't do
crap.
that again.
Okay.
Especially if you're still in the air. Don't do that again.
Wow.
Ooh, good point.
You're basically touching like living fire, molten lava.
Thank God I cast that at 4th level. Jeez. Okay. Well, in exchange, that guy can take 13 piercing damage.
Come on.
All right. So basically, it goes out in a blaze of glory.
Hey.
Hey, all right. I live. Oh,
And
just
it,
mild
as
sins.
it dies, it just like turns into ash and crumbles, and like just the ashes just blow away on the wind.
I hate the smell of scorched feathers. Sorry, Willie. Right. About face.
Really
And,
wants to drop you. You jerk.
The thunder growled like demons, and the lightning stabbed the waves. And I'm going to cast Shatter
Ooh.
between the awakened rubble and the screecher. So it's going to be a Constitution save for the 2 of them. The rubble will be making that a disadvantage, as it is made of stone.
That is correct. It is.
Super handy.
And con save, you said, right? Correct.
Yes.
That's an 11 for Zod.
Oh.
And a 21 for this creature.
The bane of my existence succeeds yet again. Very good. Well, we are looking at a beautiful 14 thunder damage. Wow. I am really not having a good dice day.
That's
Is just hanging on. It's like
come on.
barely has any form left at this point. It's like rubble. It's kind of like the face is kind of like like forming and half sentient, kind of just.
I got nothing left. You know what? Willie's at 2 health. We're gonna
time to touch down.
I think we're gonna lower ourselves a wee bit and back up a wee bit. We're gonna lower by we can move 30 feet, so we're gonna lower by 20 and move back about 10.
So you're gonna put yourself at 10 feet above.
10 feet above.
With diagonals, you should be able to get to the ground, but whatever.
I don't want to be on the ground. I still want to be in the air. I just don't want to be that high in the air in case
Just
Willie
in
goes down.
case.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Okay. The rebel remains solid. The screecher remains ethereal. Orc, your turn.
Okay. Well, Orc is going to stand up and release the grapple. And the reason that he's going to do that is he's going to stand over the prone rubble with two-handed, just Gallagher style, Whelming Wrath in hand.
Nice.
And since he's prone, I do not need to make this attack recklessly, but it will be at advantage. So 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so that'll be 16 bludgeoning plus 6 acid.
You reduce it to a pile of non-living awakened
Sleeping rubble again.
as it just the stones just kind of whatever magic was holding them together dissipates, and the stones just kind of.
Okay, and the screecher near me is ethereal, which means that it's currently untouchable at this moment, right?
I think it's partly ethereal, right?
It's yeah. So your attacks essentially would do less.
And what was the over/under on cold damage? Was that effective or no?
It's as effective as it would normally be.
Okay.
It's neither vulnerable nor resistant.
Well, just for fun, as a bonus action, I'll change my elemental cleaver over to cold damage. As a bonus action, and then
you should try fire. Fight fire with fire. That's what they say.
I mean, I could try lightning. I feel like thunder is not going to do a whole lot.
No, cold's probably fine.
This will not be a reckless attack, but I'm just going to take a swing directly over Flick's head just to get a feel if I can actually
do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 22.
Your weapon just passes right through it.
Ah, bummer. That would have been a good damage roll too. Oh well.
Even a magical weapon passes right through it. Okay.
It's probably it's going to be like a percentage thing.
That's all that Torque can do this round. And I'll take it over to you, Screecher. We're starting a radio show together.
You have
Torque and Screecher in the morning.
Hear it.
Is it Torque and Screecher or Screecher and Torque?
You're gonna take half of that.
It's
so you take
Torque and
8
the
points
Screecher.
of fire damage.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry, who? What?
That's
You
fine.
You
took
take 8 points of fire damage from proximity. It's halved because of its half
Who, I do?
material. No, Flick.
Flick.
Oh.
You done played too close to the fire.
All right, so 5d10. Good to know. That is more than the opportunity attack. Got it.
Yeah, that is. Oh, that he rolled very low.
Yeah, 2 1s in there. So.
Well, he rolled a 28 when he did it to Willie.
Oh.
Yeah. I guess
did
I
not
need
catch
to
that.
concentrate on Hex still. Not be an issue. It's not.
And it is going to just phase through matter and move right through you guys. One.
Well, that's uncomfortable. And rude.
Why do I feel a warm spot?
I didn't do it.
And it will.
Is Hex kind of like Hunter's Mark? Can you move it to a different target?
Yes.
Okay.
On my turn, I can spend a bonus action. to
So
move it.
it has disadvantage trying to attack. To make its attack corporeal. So this will be at disadvantage against you, Torque.
Okay.
Yeah.
That will miss.
So the blade is like it kind of like it flutters in and out and like doesn't connect. But you can still feel the heat. Not as bad as it would be, but still there, still present.
Mm-hmm. Torque will kind of like turn around and like look a bit confused for a second and be like, "Oh, okay then."
Do you see a gaping furnace of a mouth just staring at you, just eyes like flames just pouring out of them. All right, Flick.
And it's still incorporeal, huh?
It is.
And I just watched Torque swing through it. Bonus action, I will move the Hex onto the Screecher.
Okay.
Why not?
Look, have you hit these things from 10 feet away before?
Have I hit them from 10 feet away? No.
I wonder if that triggers the fire thing.
I'm guessing not.
I just have this image of Flick whipping the creature, and then like this little spark runs along the edge of the whip up to him, and explodes like an acme.
Yeah, it's like a fuse.
Yeah.
Um,
We don't have any way to force this thing to be corporeal, do we?
If you cast banishment on it, what happens?
Well, I mean, it did come out of nowhere, right? So
Hey,
it's crossed my mind.
Hey, Dinar, do you have Dispel Magic?
Yep.
Well, there you go.
I guess I will ready an action. If it actually becomes hittable, then I will hit it.
Gotcha. So once it materializes, whippity whip.
Oh. Tag it with a booming blade.
Gotcha.
Boom.
Nar.
Is Tayland asking if I have Dispel Magic?
Yes.
Prepared.
Can you shut down its magic in some way, wizard?
You're talking to me so formally. This is so strange. Called me wizard.
Now would be a good time to bust out Magic Missile. I'm sure that'll hit.
I'm trying to weigh the options. Do I try something magical against it, or do I try to?
That's the thing, right? Magic Missile's not a bad option, but if I recall, this thing is uninjured.
It is currently uninjured, but in terms of a health
not
pool,
usually the thing you want to throw at, unless it's like some kind of displacement effect, and hitting it will cancel out. I mean, that's metagaming, but maybe Dinar should make some sort of brain-racking action where he can potentially think of something that his magical books might have told him about incorporeal creatures and ways to bring them to the corporeal realm.
I think instead Dinar is just going to attempt to Dispel Magic. It seemed like this thing started very much visible and hittable, and all of a sudden it's not. So Dinar is going to attempt a Dispel Magic.
Does seem like magic.
So I'll just cast it at 3rd level as the spell is, and see if that hits.
Okay. Your spell enacts, and it does not find anything to dispel.
Wow.
Makes no connection with any.
This is a biological
Dispellable
trait
enchantment.
of the creature.
This is a feature, not a spell. Her feet.
Not a bug.
Not a bug, yep. However it's doing this, it's not a spell.
Cool. When can we do that? Oh, I guess we already have those things, don't we?
Things that aren't spells.
And that's unfortunately Dispel Magic is a full action, so that's pretty much all that I can do on that turn. I think Dinar might shift around. Maybe just get a little bit further away, so he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over to here. And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Taylor?
So this is the thing. I was like, ooh, Dissonant Whispers would be great, because then, like, you could get free attacks on it. And then, 1, it's blurred or something, and 2, it hurts when you hit it. So maybe we don't do that. Ah, man. We don't know if it can... Ooh. Okay. What if... jeez. All right. Let's try something a little let's try something that's not an attack roll, I guess. Let's see how this works. Your flames are surreptitious at best. And I shall cast Vicious Mockery.
Mm.
If it would like to make a wisdom save. That is a...
That shouldn't have
is
been
a-
an advantage or whatever.
That is a
13
fail. It will take 7 psychic damage and have disadvantage on its next attack roll. As it feels the burn. Hey!
Good night, folks. Thanks for tuning in. All right.
Your fire is nothing compared to the hatred that boils in the blood of Dinar when I call him useless.
And it will materialize.
Yeah, that's right.
By...
He really just said, "Say that to my face."
If he's solid, I'm whipping.
Oh, 1v1
Oh, yeah.
you, bro.
It's like, excuse me.
Oh,
Yeah, you go ahead and make your whip attack there.
Can I have had Willie make a prepared
Oh, that
action
shouldn't
that
be with
if the
advantage.
thing comes near me, it will attack it? Actually, wait, no, let's not do that.
You're 10 feet up.
It's goddamn fire.
27 will hit, Ian.
Sorry, it shouldn't have been with advantage though. So does the 18 hit?
Oh, okay. 18 still hits, actually.
Nice.
Hooray! And he is
Huzzah!
advanced. So he can take 3 necrotic, and I'm assuming half the slashing because that's what I do.
So the necrotic does no damage to this
Oh.
individual.
Oh, even better.
Mm.
Does take the 9 slashing damage.
Oh, well, now it's the reverse. Good.
That's good to know.
You can't all be the same. Come on. Torque.
Well, Torque is going to risk the attack of opportunity to take a step back.
Mush it.
Did you
And
reckless
he will
last
be
time?
glad he did it. I did not reckless last time.
No, okay. So yeah,
I am going to reckless this time.
It would have had disadvantage on that attack anyway because of Vicious Mockery.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It could
So
miss even
9.
harder.
It did.
Okay, so Whelming Wrath. Reckless
You know, Torque, I love you, but wait to use that disadvantage on its attack by provoking it. Good job.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh,
Double 13's probably
Yeah.
not going to hit. I don't
You
have
you have
inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, I have more Bardic
Or did
Inspiration?
you
Oh,
spend
man.
it?
No,
Did you
he
spend
used it.
Okay.
Remember, he
I
rolled
spent
a
it when I
1.
tried to bite
Okay.
the rocks. Yeah.
Yeah, he
I was like, you
he-
didn't give that to me again.
He
I
used it to
remember
try
this.
and bite
Yes,
rocks.
I remember. It was so absurd. I blocked it from my memory.
we've rolled a lot of doubles tonight.
Mhm.
All
That's
right,
been weird.
second attack.
Unlow doubles.
Big
He
money.
filed it away under trauma.
Yes.
That's not
18
big
will
money,
hit.
but it is an 18.
An 18 will hit.
That should do it.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
that's better. 22, 25 bludgeoning damage, magical bludgeoning damage, plus 5 cold damage.
Ooh.
That will indeed reduce it to
Oh yeah.
ash that dissipates on the wind and disappears.
All we are is dust in the wind.
I think that Torque brings down the hammer like vertically, and then there's just like a flash and a sizzle, and then there's just like a perfect like scorch mark in the shape of the screecher on the ground where I hit it. Just like a perfect like chalk outline.
Like War of the Worlds.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
The smell of roast chicken will waft as I settle down with Willie and reduce him into a pile of feathers, grabbing one and placing that back into my vest. That's going to cost me some crackers.
I will use my second wind. No, I won't do necrotic damage to myself. But I will
rise again, though your heart it be broken and life about to end. Oh, now I roll high.
Craig, you mentioned that this tower was how tall?
60 feet. The wall. The ruined top of the wall is about 60 feet. It was higher than that.
So
the top of it isn't like laying around you. It's just not there. It's like ripped apart.
And you said that when these screechers appeared, it almost appeared as if they were coming out of a portal, like from another realm or plane.
Yeah. So it wasn't like a normal sort of plane or portal that you may have experienced or read about it. It seemed almost more to be like a warp in reality, a bend.
Oh, okay.
Reality where the air itself kind of shimmered and then they were there.
So, because of that, Dinar is suspicious that there's perhaps somebody in the tower that has summoned these creatures. Would I be able to do a quick flyby? I have 10 minutes on fly. So, I'm looking to do, not a lengthy inspection, but like 2 or 3 minutes, fly up, around, kind of just keep moving as he flies and then come back down to the group.
Okay. Sure.
See if there's a caster or sorcerer or something up on top of the tower rubble that remains.
Sure. So while you're doing that, or before you do that, I'll note that the four of you do have a sort of just a sense, just kind of in the back of your minds, that the very nature of the weaves seem to be at odds here. That there's a bubble, there's a fracture, and you can sense that because of your own fractured ability seems to be calling out to that, and the air just feels a little bit different. The atmosphere slightly off. That's about all you can really pinpoint. It just doesn't feel quite natural.
This place is cursed.
Does it feel like it did in the volcano?
It feels similar to that. Yeah.
All right.
So are we dealing with
quite how they should be?
Are we dealing with one of them, quote unquote, dragons?
You mean a dragon that's not actually a dragon?
Thus the quote unquote, yes, thank you.
I wasn't sure who you were quoting.
Right.
So Dinar, getting to flying up above, you can see that there is a ruined upper floor. And there are stairs within the wall kind of leading down to the inside, which is the lower floor is all that's all cleared out. You don't see anything at all. Although on the lower floor inside, from this vantage point, you can see that there's a door over here on the main floor that leads sort of to this outer portico area. But there's nothing around. Like, it's just decaying stone and wood. There's some growth and vines and weeds and the like. But there's nobody here. Okay. There's nothing around. It's just completely abandoned.
All right.
Torque, I may have been in a drunken stupor when you last spoke of this, but did you happen to know anything about this tower from your time here?
I spent 10 years on this island.
Yes, we've all heard this pity story.
And not once in that decade did I set foot in this tower.
Really? Why was that?
A number of reasons, really.
You seen what just happened when we did, right?
Well,
a number of reasons. Very good.
We'll
be here a while then.
The long and short of it is, I would have recurring dreams. dreams in which I would relive my memories of my piracy days, but through the eyes of others. I would see myself through the eyes of the people I killed. And in each of those dreams, everything was the same. The location, the topography, except for the fact that this lighthouse was always visible on the horizon in my final moments before waking. And truth be told,
you didn't consider that to be some kind of calling?
To be honest, I took it as an omen to stay away.
Right, yes. I forgot how negative you tended to be. Also, as an aside, instead of saying the long and short of it from now on, we must say the torque and flick of it.
I don't think that I'll be able to commit that to memory.
That's okay. I'll correct you each and every time.
I'm sure you will.
Just to declare it, after the flyby, Dinar will come back down to the group and relay what he saw. And land, by the way.
I love how Dinar has never cast the fly spell before, but he's so nonchalant about it. He's just not even like bewildered by this.
Yeah.
This thing that mortals could go their whole lives wishing that they could experience. It's just so business.
I may need to learn that trick from you sometime there, D.
Oh, Lord, a flying goblin.
Happy to show it to you when we get a chance.
Flick would never use that power for evil.
Looking at the tower, you can see there's rubble here and a gaping hole that looks fairly difficult to crawl through. There's like holes in the wall that you could make it through. Dinar did see that up on the portico up here that there is a door leading into sort of what would be the main floor, the lower floor, and then there's the upper floor, which you could fly to or climb to, whatever. But doesn't seem to be anything up there.
Do we want to send Paige in there? Or Dinar, you have a tiny friend.
I do.
I'd send Willie in, but
Willie's hurt.
He's a little
under the weather.
He's a little hot under the collar.
Galen singed his Willie.
The torque and the flick of it is that he's almost dead.
Hey, there we are. All right. I knew you were a pretty cool dude there, Dinar.
All right,
welcome to the cool kids club.
So I'm assuming it's easy enough for a piece of paper to slide through whatever gaps there are, and
I would assume a piece of paper could slide into just about anything.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's folded piece of paper, so it's just a little bulky, but
I've played Paper Mario.
So basically, the inside, the floor is just completely bare. Paige can see up to the floor above, where there's a couple holes here where there's the rafters, the beams that are holding up that upper floor. Don't look to be in all that great condition. There's part of where that upper floor has actually collapsed in. Not in good condition. It looks like this place is decaying pretty rapidly. It might not last much longer. On the main floor.
What, these stairs here, do they lead up to this?
Those go up, yeah, but they're kind of they're broken at parts. So they would go up there, but again, there's nothing up there that you can see.
Okay.
Inside on the main floor, there does seem to be a hatch that would lead down. It is blocked by a couple of beams, but it also has some cracks in it. So it looks like you could see through it. It's dark. Paige can't see anything, but that would be the only other place or spot to explore.
We can fix that real fast. Paige will come back. I'll cast light on Paige and then send her over to look through the cracks A little more light.
So underneath the slightly covered trapdoor, there is indeed a set of stairs leading further down.
Ooh.
And it is dark.
The dark depths of the tower.
But Paige sees stone stairs.
Stone stairs. All right, so looks pretty intact. Underground. Might need to walk carefully, make sure we don't bring the rest of it down on top of us while we get there. And Torque, we got a light workout for you.
Very well.
I mean, I could do it, but I know you're the lifting guy.
We're clearing a path.
He's the one with the torque.
Yeah. So does this door lead into that area? Like where Paige?
Yes.
Okay, so we could just, rather than going through the wall here, we can just go in through the door.
Well,
correct.
Presumably we can, assuming like that the door isn't blocked or stuck or something.
From what Paige could see, not enough to bar entry. Like
Not enough to
kinda off
stop
its-
torque.
it's off its hinges a little bit, but just you can push it open and get in fairly easly.
Take
I
it out of
mean-
the door frame and toss it or whatever. Yeah.
Torque still has like a fair amount of reverence for this place, so he's not going to be that like he's going to be forceful, but he's not just going to like kick the door down. He's probably going to like just try and like push it with his shoulder, something that he deems more respectful if he can.
And on that, Torque, before you do make your way in, can I get you to give me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh boy,
Oh, goody.
he's great at those. Everybody.
I sure hope it's mind control and I'm going to kill everybody.
Nothing like that. Nothing like that.
Well,
Well, that's an
Denard
eight.
knows you can upcast fly. 3 of us can just pick you off from above. It'll be fine.
That's an 8.
Torque, you make your way right up to the door, and as you're about to, even just before you touch it, you kind of pause, and all those old memories are suddenly very fresh, and you find it hard to actually enter, to physically move forward into this place that you avoided for so many years, that you intentionally stayed out of.
Flick, as the closest person, you would see Torque reach out for the handle of the door, and then you see his hand just tremble and then pull back, while his expression remains mostly unchanged.
Standard operation here, fella. Pull or push. We can figure it out.
I don't think I can do this.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't think I can open this.
Torque, what you need, my friend, is a little bit of liquid courage. Now, as it happens, I have just the thing.
Torque just grabs it before he even hears what it is. As soon as Talon extends anything, Torque's gonna grab it and just start chugging.
Oh, savor it. That's maple whiskey.
Why does it taste so sticky?
It burns, but with a little bit of sweetness, a hint of smokiness to it. You can just taste that little bit of acidic smoke in the back of your throat, but that burn kind of leaves your throat warm afterwards. It is strong, powerful stuff. Yes,
A bit too sweet for my liking.
Me as well. I go for the smokier stuff personally.
It's a bit sweet for my liking, but it might get the job done. He's gonna approach the door and
go ahead, give me another wisdom.
And try
with
again.
advantage. I'll give you advantage on this time.
Do we give him bardic inspiration because I gave him alcohol?
Sure.
That is the
if you
ultimate
want
bardic
to.
inspiration, isn't it?
I mean, that's Talon's highest form of inspiration.
Yeah. Free booze, man.
The booze
His
muse.
muse. Yeah, Booze Muse.
Who's Muse?
Better.
I would roll that D8, buddy.
I'm gonna do it.
17 will do it, but
So that's a
as I said,
19.
I am never happy unless I'm at least an 18.
yeah.
Just mathematically,
That'll do it.
Yeah.
You're still uncomfortable, but you manage to push past that and cross both a literal and a metaphorical threshold
There you go, buddy.
in your life. As you enter, you shove the door open and move your way inside. And it's kind of an odd moment for this place that you've avoided, and this part of it at least. It's just an empty ruin.
See, there's nothing here. There's no reason to be all up in arms about being a horrible omen. By the way, Flick. Yeah, I'm not sure why either. Flick, did you want any of this?
I'm not sure why I expected any different.
Sure, I'll take a snootful.
I mean, it's a ruined tower, right? I mean, 10 years? You never thought to even look?
Let's just keep moving, shall we?
How can anyone survive with that level of, no curiosity?
Curiosity didn't kill the torque.
It wasn't a lack of curiosity that kept me away, Talon, believe me.
It was just that age-old stubbornness that you carry with you everywhere you go.
What you call stubbornness, I call self-preservation. And that you cannot find at the bottom of a bottle.
Well, I don't know about that.
Well, parts of you are preserved at least.
I think the word you're looking for is pickled, but yeah.
I was going to say, I once drank a shooter with a preserved giant's toe in it. It's a real thing in certain European countries.
So for the blockage, I'd say pretty much taking 10 on it. It's easy enough for you guys to move some of the stones and beams out of the way. And the door itself, the latch has long rusted off, but the hinges are kind of bent. A solid kick, you realize would break this thing open, and there's not much holding you back.
Allow me.
Are we going through the rubble, or are we going through the door?
No,
yes.
You've already gone through in. This is the trap door.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Allow me. Now, can I make a performance check to make it seem like it was actually harder than we thought it might have been, but I am so strong that I was able to wick it open anyway?
Yeah, I see. Normally it'd be deception, but because you're a bard, yeah.
I mean, there's a fine line between acting and
is.
deceiving.
There is. I'll allow it.
All right. That's a 16. Oh, jeez, I rolled terribly.
Okay.
Hot! Oh, lads! This is actually quite stuck. Hold on. No, I don't need your help, Torque. I got this. I said I'd take it, and I got it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, very good.
You are a credit to the team, Wave Singer.
I do my part.
Let's keep moving.
The trapdoor breaks open, revealing a descending set of stone stairs. And as you descend beneath the ruined lighthouse,
First,
we
we
will
have
take
to
a
stare
break.
at the stairs.
You do indeed. We will take a break as we transition. So stay tuned.
Sounds good.
And we'll be right back. Right, we are back. So, as you climb down through the broken trapdoor, you find
The
yourself...
heroically broken trapdoor.
Yes, heroically broken. You find yourself in a rather short flight of stairs, illuminated only by the light from above. At the very base of which there are two double wooden doors, very, very thick wood. And you can see signs of decay on them, but there also seems to be significant amount of preservation that was put on these. And so there's a coating of grime and weathering, couple chips and peeling of paint here and there, but the doors themselves seem to still be very sturdy and solid. No markings, no symbols, just two very old style, like there's sort of iron like press latches that probably date back. You don't even have to do a history check, like date back hundreds of years. It's a style that material not really in use much these days. So obviously it's an abandoned ruin, but this is old.
Well, gents, to my experience and trained eye, I would say these ruins are at least over 100 years old. Now, seeing as there was a door ahead of us, and I got the last one, I'd feel bad taking all of the doors and everyone's chance to shine away from the party, so perhaps one of you should get this next door.
Torque will step forward. Torque will do it. Okay. This is, I think this is something I need to do, Captain.
That's right.
Torque will put his hands on the door and push.
Door is down here.
Whoops.
Yeah. That's all right.
Sorry about that.
He will push on the pole door.
Now he will push.
All right. So opening latches and pushing the two doors. They are unlocked, and they simply the hinges do creak.
Aragorn it
as they open. And from the other side,
he's gonna push it open like two-handed.
Okay. It is dark beyond, save for a very faint purplish light. And you can just make it out. It was probably there before you opened the door, but now with the door open, sound escaping from this room. A couple of sounds. A hum. This one sounds almost crystalline in nature. The sound of dripping water. And of a breeze of some sort that sounds echoey.
Tentatively, with a hand on the hilt of Whelming Wrath, Torque will step forward.
Blasting over your shoulder, Paige will go in and go up to the ceiling and give some light to the room.
I love purple light. It's my favorite color of light.
How much light is?
20 bright, 20 dim.
Purple is a perfectly natural light. When you see purple light, you know that whatever's beyond there is definitely supposed to be there.
There's a strange,
fantastic, one might say.
There's this strange, shimmering, translucent substance, like a film on the ground. It's not water, It appears semi-liquid, but also semi-ethereal, gaseous, like it's here and also not here.
Ectoplasm.
In the far corner, Torque, you see crystalline growths that look very familiar. The color's a little bit different.
Look at his shoulder.
Oh.
Look very similar, not quite identical, but almost to the crystal growth, the axiom crystals that you found in the volcano.
The sheen on Torque on his shoulder, does that match similarly to this viscous ethereal slime?
It matches these crystals.
Yeah. Well, I think I understand now why Torque got the weird crystals. Remember, we were all kind of like wondering like why we got the ones that we got, and Torque's didn't really make sense, and it kind of felt like, oh, Chaos just felt pity and gave him a complimentary gift. But no. Now I think there was more to it than that. You see, it would appear this tower is a source of chaos and nightmares for our friend Torque.
That's certainly one theory. Torque will step forward and just not touching it, but sort of kneel down, go down on one knee to just sort of examine the liquid on the floor a bit closer.
Okay.
I will scamper by, hop over the little river there. I want to see what this thing is.
Sure. Torque, give me. Well, what sort of senses would you be relying on, or knowledge would you be relying on?
I mean, he doesn't really have a whole lot of knowledge on Ataxian dealings, so he's sort of just kind of looking at it. He might, if there's something safe to prod it with, he might like grab a stick or something and just kind of like prod it to check the consistency, viscosity.
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Flick.
Uh-huh.
There are 4 braziers set sort of in a cross formation around a iron grill set into the floor, grate set into the floor. Seems to be locked in place. There are runes kind of etched into bolts around this grate. The semi-translucent substance seems to be not flowing in to this grate, but coming out.
Oh, good.
The 4 braziers each have writing in the same unknown language, the same script found in the void gates.
Right. So magic useless. Got it. Okay. Hey, D, have you had any luck figuring out that wacky language yet? Because I know it's still got me stumped.
Figuring it out, no.
I used to read all kind of word puzzle books back when I was a kid. You see, the trick was always to try and find the word "the" first, because it's a very commonly used word, and it contains T, H, and E is one of the most commonly used letters in the alphabet. And then you can transcribe that to a bunch of other words, and it makes things significantly easier, especially when you start thinking about words like "ah" and, one letters. And it's very simple.
Torque, you have no clue what this substance is.
Yeah, I think that Talon prattling on the way he is sort of distracting him somewhat. As Torque says, so goes, well, I mean, we're assuming that this is a language cipher, yes? So, wait, what was I doing again?
I'd like to answer your question.
Right,
I haven't really spent time studying the language. When we were trying to decipher before, it was through the use of a spell. I could try that again.
Magic is the answer to all problems.
at least get out the magic box and see if we can do a little match 'em up. See if we can spot any familiar looking pictures.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Dinar will produce the tablet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Kayland. You hear a whisper.
Uh-oh.
What do you think you can find down there?
Does Torque hear this whisper?
No.
All right, change plans. Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh,
What are you talking
were so
about?
Cavalier a moment ago.
Yeah, I don't like this place.
I mean, I'm not a big fan of reverse gravity goo either, but I'm a little curious about what's down the hole.
I didn't think you'd be one to run away so easily, son.
Talon, this is unlike you. If there's danger in this place that you sense, you should let us know of it.
The attack
After all,
magic.
What about it?
It's here. It's permeating this place.
Well, we knew that already.
Yeah,
Purple crystals, man.
Look at the walls.
Yeah. Where's that moonshine?
This place has a certain appeal to it, don't you think so, son?
Well,
The crystals especially.
I might use the word appalling, perhaps. I'm going to quickly look over at the crystals. Do I see anything? Yeah, Talon's full on talking to nothing at this point.
Torque is just gonna step away. I could live for another 100 years and I would still never understand that one.
You can give me an Arcana check if you want, Talon.
He's doing his thing.
Right.
All right.
15.
Yeah. Nothing particular about them kind of connected to what you're hearing, but your understanding of your fractures would seem to indicate that the closer you are to axiom energy, ataxian energy, has the potential to heighten your fractured nature. These crystals, you do note, look even older than the ones from the volcano. These are faded. There's barely any energy coming off of them, which is why you probably didn't sense it before coming down here. It's just like barely residual.
And if I recall, when we pulled the crystals at Volcano, they lost their energy or whatever, right?
Yeah.
They immediately became dormant. Yeah.
Right.
These crystals here are like almost dormant themselves, which
means
they've been here a very, very long time.
I'll begin breaking the crystals off the walls.
Okay. You guys watch as Talon just starts smashing away at crystals, and they break pretty easily. They're pretty fragile at this point, and they just kind of.
Right, gun is now out. Shooting.
You notice that
we're breaking stuff.
That hum that you had heard, sort of like crystalline. Every time you break the crystals, it changes in pitch, in tone a little bit, almost like a theremin, or theremin, kind of like
musical crystals. Let's see if I can make it play Jingle Bells.
I was gonna do chopsticks. Hang on.
Neither of which are canon in this world, but that's okay.
While
Let's
they're
see if I
smashing
can make
stuff,
them play canon in E major.
Oh, if we had a cannon, awesome.
Here's my cannon. Bang.
Dinar?
All right, which group are you going to, Talon? Just so I know which one I can bust up.
I was starting with the small group and working my way around.
All right, I'll go to the medium-sized one and start whacking at that.
So while these two are smashing stuff, Dinar will continue on what Flick had intended to start with, and seeing if the symbols that we see.
I heard there was breaking stuff going on. Come on.
So Dinar will compare the symbols that Flick pointed out to the Anshan tablet and see if there's any correlation.
Okay. Torque is just going to continue to move around sort of cautiously.
Sure.
Find a slime portal. It'll be awesome.
Dinar, give me an Arcana check, please.
Sure. This is +8. Is that cocked? No, that's a 12, so 20. Dirty 20.
There are no directly correlating symbols. There are some that are similar. You gather, just from what you're seeing, that this is a very complex language. Runes, you're not even sure how many different symbols and runes there are. The style is the same. There's different elements to some of the curves and things that are similar, but none of them match or an identical match for the ones that are on your tablet. But the other part of this kind of hits you is just their braziers. Maybe these runes are just there as sort of ornamental, or maybe it just needs fire.
Well, Dinar will conjure up a mote of fire and throw it to the one that is furthest away from where everybody else is right now. So this one right here, and try to light it.
I'm merrily smashing crystals away, and I see you throwing fire. Hey, if you're like starting rituals and crap, I want in on this.
The brazier lights with a bright flame.
Hey, D, you know what that does?
No, but it's a brazier. It's meant to be lit. So
yeah, we got light already. Why are you lighting more stuff that you don't know what it does?
I'm lighting this place up.
Yeah, we got crystals to break. Let's be systematic
And the
here.
cannons climb aboard.
while all this is happening, Dinar's going to take a look over at Torque. How is Torque responding to the desecration of this tower that's happening?
He's kind of
cleansing
in a little bit of a stupor, just because he's a little bit overwhelmed by the fact that he's finally here after all these years of avoiding it. He was a little bit concerned when the first crystal was broken, but so far nothing seems to have happened. And we seem to be in agreement that the Ataxian magic is sort of bad news, so...
Okay. In that case, then, Dinar will light the one on the northern side with a firebolt.
Clang, clang, rattle, bang, bang, and I make my noise all day.
Between the smashing of crystals, is there anything audible that can be heard after he lights the second brazier?
Other than the flicker of flame, no.
Okay.
I wonder what... Now, what do you suppose caused the power to be ebbed away from these things? Torque is going to probably inspect this drain in the center. Does it look like the liquid is draining into it, or
we know
it's coming out?
Oh, it's flowing out, right?
Yeah.
It's reverse. The gravity's reversed, right?
Coming up and out of this.
If Torque kind of cranes his turtly neck to look down, can you kind of see anything at the bottom of this drainage thing?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay.
drainage / containment thing. Yeah.
Perception.
Dinar, are you still lighting
I think
limbs?
he's not going like crazy fast, but yeah, as Dinar as Torque takes a look down there, I'll light the south one.
That's only a 9. I guess it's a bit dark.
It is indeed quite dark, but your ears pick up very faint sound of like a water drip.
If there's like a loose,
like a deep well kind of.
If there's like a loose stone or like cracked bit of flooring or anything on the ground, Torque will pick it up and drop it down the grate.
There's lots of broken crystal. I feel the only thing that's shattered down here.
Other than our sanity.
In that case, Torque will drop a piece of crystal down just to see if you can hear a splash. Get a gauge for how deep it is.
Okay. You start counting. It kind of flutters a little bit as it goes down. You hear it kind of go off one of the walls and kind of like a hollow, like ting, ting, ting. The splash kind of echoes. Sounds like there's a larger chamber beneath. Given the distance, the time that it dropped, probably a good 100, 150 feet.
This is Ghostbusters 2 situation, isn't it?
Could be. So the takeaway is that it's very deep drain.
With a river of slime under your island. Got it.
Yes.
D, before you light up that last one, I beg of you, let's just pause for a moment and maybe try and see if we understand what these braziers are for. Maybe look at it from a ritual magic point of view, or this sort of. I want to do an Arcana check.
Dinar's gonna look over his shoulder, kind of quizzical towards Flick. I'm sorry. You guys can smash all the crystals you want, but when I try to light some fires, now I have to be cautious?
Yeah, we know what the crystals do. Nothing. We're not sure about what these things do, so let's pause for a minute. I know, sober second thought, weird, but just saying, lighten up rituals we don't understand. It's not worked out for us well in the past.
You want I should douse the fires?
Well, we don't need to undo the work. Let's just try and understand what we're about to uncork here.
I shall resume smashing.
Carry on, Skipper.
Craig.
Mm-hmm.
The grate in the picture here appears to have a visible lock. Is that actually there, or is that just a set piece? Okay.
Yeah. The lock, there are like bolts all the way around it that are inscribed with runes. That's what's holding this thing down. It's
okay.
Down.
But
just use your imagination, Mike.
Shut up. I was asking if it was supposed to look like that, or if it was just because that was the image that he had. I want to make sure I understand.
Oh, that's straight out. Just shut up.
Like, could you do me a favor and just use your imagination, please? Like, come on.
Hey, if I've given a picture, I don't have to use the theater of the mind, right?
Yeah, it's the theater of the screen, not the theater of the mind. Come on.
Exactly.
Theater.
All right. So can I try an Arcana check to see if I understand if the braziers are all connected to the locking mechanism, or if they're just light sources? All right.
Go for it.
Blam. There's a 19 on the old Arcana.
You look at the runes on the bolts. You look at the runes on the braziers. Yeah, it would seem to indicate that lighting these braziers has something to do with opening this grate.
All right, so just
the old brazier lock.
I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying eyes open. You light that fourth one, this thing gets uncorked, and whatever is down there might be coming up here. Understood?
Well, understood, yes, but we haven't had any reason to think that there's something down there. All we can hear is
Other
dripping.
than the anti-gravity goo that permeates the area. But yes.
Well, yes,
Which,
that is...
by the way, we don't know what that stuff does.
So far. Or what it did.
I mean, it might make a great drink mix. We'll sort that out later, Ayland.
Hey.
Can't spell booze without ooze.
Mhm. He's not wrong. That's the problem.
Oh, inspiration.
Hey.
I'm smelling profit here.
Inspiration.
I would love a metric.
Oh my word.
I would love to analyze all of our episodes and find out how many times is Craig awarded inspiration for heroic acts or puns.
90%
I-
Or like
gotta be-
word,
it's gotta
not
be
even puns,
75.
Yeah, I
wordplay,
remember-
wordplay.
We know what side our bread is buttered on.
It's true, it's true.
We're always fishing.
Okay.
All right, so Flake, do you want me to take 10 minutes and try to read the runes that are around the grate, or?
We burned that bridge already. We can't read this crap, and magic can't read this crap somehow. So, all right. So just so we're all clear, you were like that fourth thing. I want to be sort of everyone else be action stations just in case something wacky happens.
Works for me.
All right.
Dinar will use his inner light, just in case when he lights that fourth one, the grate opens and the lights go out. So I'll do that. And yeah, I'm not going to do mage armor. I don't need to burn that spell slot right now. So once everybody is done smashing and standing around waiting for the grate to open, Dinar will use his
That was going to
firebolt.
be my question: is whether you're going to wait till we're done smashing.
Well, I don't want you guys to be caught off guard, so Dinar will wait until you feel thoroughly smashed.
Okay, so we
Not
take
from
a
the
short
booze,
rest.
not from the booze. From the crystals on the wall. He'll let you have your little, smash party, and then once that's done,
I wouldn't be opposed to short rest before we uncork this thing.
You know, they say if you put salt in your coffee, it makes it taste better. What happens if you put crushed chaos crystal in your coffee?
Say something.
I'll allow you to test that theory and report back.
maybe when we're close to
perforate your stomach lining or something. but-
Should
test that theory when we're closer to a cleric.
Existed.
yes. Should we perhaps take a sample of this pre-booze ooze?
Sure.
If we have something to store it in, yes.
I'm sure I can find something.
I'm sure I can pull some sort of object made for holding liquid. I think I might. Oh,
Right, I'm
hold
speaking
on.
to exactly the right person for the job.
It turns out I don't have any empty flasks. 1 sec.
Gurgle, gurgle.
All right, here we go.
Okay. You have a flask of chaos ooze, I guess is what you're calling it.
I'm just gonna write booze.
There's
There's marketing here.
I like
Purple.
small
dash
b,
ooze.
no, small b, capital O. Oh, like
Yeah. Booze. Make it like you, and we can have like our little ghost caricature as like on the label.
Oh, what have we done? All right, you short resting.
This is the thing. I don't. Do we need to short rest? I mean, we can. I feel like if we have the
won't turn it
option to,
down.
we should.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll take some bardic inspirations back and a couple of spell slots. Like I'm good with that.
Action surge and
I'm just pre-lighting that token there. Just
Yeah.
Assuming you guys are doing it. So
All right.
All right, so
Let's
short
take a
rest. Break crystal, short rest. Sounds right.
While
Okay,
they
I'll
are
spend a couple hit die.
while they're taking their short rest, Dinar would like to take a moment to just inspect his mind and see. He's noticing all these little dividing walls coming out. Is there any significance that Dinar can remember to the pattern of this room?
I mean, give me an investigation check, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That did not roll inside the thing. Investigation, so that's a total of 13.
Looks like maybe perhaps there was something stored down here at one point, or that's what it was intended for. Like some sort of a partitioned off storage cellar.
Okay.
But it was never really used for that, so
there's no like arcane or cultic ritual.
No, it just seems to be the architecture of it.
Okay. I will use my arcane recovery. I believe I can do that, right?
Yep, and I should use my natural recovery.
Orc will simply recover.
I guess I could arcane recovery back those 2 spell slots I spent. Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm now fully loaded again. Sadly, the hex is well and goodly gone, but,
Seeing as we're taking a short breather, have I ever told any of you a great fishing story I once overheard at a port?
No, I don't think so.
Good, I'll save that for next time.
I mean, that would have been a nice way to spend some time, but all right.
Oh, I mean, sure, if you wanted to. I was just making conversation. I wasn't intending to blather on in the middle of this place. Hey, these crystals, pretty weird that they stop working after you destroy them, eh?
We don't really have much to indicate that they did work before we destroyed them.
Oh, they were working. Oh yeah, they were working.
Also, the crystals that we broke in Firagasa did the same thing, so
yeah,
it's not really that surprising.
How exactly were they working, Talon? Can you elaborate on that? Because from what we saw, they seemed completely inert.
Well, we're fractured. We each have our own little unique way to interact with the Ataxian weave. Mine just so happens to be very noticeable when it's happening, unlike the rest of you who apparently just get the cool side.
I was standing right next to you and I didn't notice anything.
It's noticeable to me.
All right.
I have a sort of sixth sense for these sort of things.
Well,
yeah, it's got augmented fifth sense for me, but
Yeah. Well, yeah. See, you got the ear thing. I got the I know when the crystals are working thing.
I mean, it was giving me a bit of a headache, so I was more than happy to smash this crap up, but
I feel like I'm not getting the full story, but I doubt I'll be able to pry it out of you at this time.
How about a little nippy sweetie?
I think I'm done drinking until we get to the bottom of this. Hopefully,
I
not
won't
literally.
be done drinking until I get to the bottom of this.
glug glug glug.
Turk looks at the grate again and goes, hopefully not literally the bottom of this, but
we can do it.
Dinar, you got any cool spells you should throw on us before we descend into some sort of ooze thing?
Best I can do is water.
Down.
Yeah, best I
can
do
is
water
breathing would be good. Yeah. Do you have water walking?
I don't.
I do.
It's a morbid thought, but we could send down one of the familiars first, find out if it's breathable.
We can certainly do that. I would actually think that water breathing would be a good idea, or water walking would be a good idea, because it allows you to walk on liquids. So I don't know, this stuff's kind of weird and ethereal. I don't know if it applies, but it can't hurt.
It's a bit viscous.
Yeah, not sure if the familiar scouting is going to work too well, because once it gets about 100 feet or more away, I kind of lose reception. So,
all right, everybody. Now we're gonna get you some water walking. It's gonna be a little weird. You're gonna be your boots will be slightly wet. It's gonna be cool. You can go around and kind of just stomp and feel like this weird viscous solidity. It's pretty trippy. So I need you all to be assorted. Torque, you're very, very much a baritone. So I'm gonna set you way over here. Dinar, you're kind of in more of a bass, so you're gonna go there. Flick, I've heard choir boys with higher pitched voices, but you're still pretty up there. So maybe you go over there. The acoustics of this room will benefit you quite nicely. Now, you are each going to say, man the cannons when I give you the signal, okay? This is a ritual. We're casting a ritual spell. It's very important.
all ears.
I'm not sure what this has to do with walking on water, but if it's necessary for the spell.
Just to be clear.
Oh, it's totally necessary.
Has to do with Talen's entertainment. That's what.
It's 100% necessary.
How long does this water walking last?
Oh, the water walking lasts for 1 hour. So we'll do this like at the end of the, like at the tail end of the short rest, because it's a ritual. It's 10 minutes. It doesn't expend a spell slot.
Okay. 1 hour is not a lot of time for exploring. Maybe I should just, to play it safe, give us water breathing as well.
Oh, sure. Why not? We can do both. They're not concentration. We may as well cover all of our bases.
Do I have to say anything in order for your thing to work?
Yes.
Because if I do, then we're going to have to take 20 minutes. Because you can't interrupt.
Your short rest is an hour, so.
So theoretically, we could overlap them.
Oh yeah.
But water breathing is like an 8-hour thing, isn't it?
24 hours.
24. Oh yeah, but just cast it. Like what's the problem?
I don't know when in our short rest you're attempting to cast this, so.
What does it matter? Your thing lasts 24 hours.
You've got time. You guys, if you take the average of like an hour for your short rest, then you've got time to do it.
All right.
Both of you at some point, so.
I will ritual cast water breathing.
Yeah. Now I can breathe water like some kind of water dragon.
I'm not sure if that's how it works exactly.
That's how the fire breathing spell works.
Mm.
Man the cannons.
Hey, yes. Yeah.
Did I say it at the right time?
For glory and adventure.
Man the cannons.
We sail the 7 seas.
Man the cannons.
Man the cannons.
An ancient quest for treasure.
Man the cannons.
Man the cannons.
A tale of destiny.
Man the cannons.
Man the
the spell work
cannons.
yet.
Yes, this will go on for 10 minutes. It will be glorious.
Fast forward that part.
After this is all done, then Dinar will finally light the final brazier.
Right. The 4 braziers all alight. A beam of radiant light from all 4 of them, not harming any of you, passing through those of you who are nearby. They all basically shoot out almost kind of like laser-like, each connecting at the point closest to the grate, near it. And then, like laser cutters, almost kind of like go around the edge of the grate in a circle and each bolt goes breaks open as the runes on each one are triggered. The grate then swivels off on its own, and part of the wall beneath rungs pop out of the wall.
Convenient.
Worrying.
That was Ataxian magic?
Seemingly.
Yeah, okay. This is the same stuff that has those gates that go to other dimensions and they use it to lock a frickin' grate. Interesting.
One thing you notice about the ladder, it does not go all the way.
Oh, of course not.
It goes down
Makes
about
you wonder what's on the other side.
50 feet or so before it just stops.
That's kind of my thinking. If this is the same language and magic they use for dimensional portals, and this is a grate in the ground, this may be more than an ordinary grate.
Quite possibly.
Gate.
It's gonna be fantastic.
It's really great.
Yeah.
It's a great gate.
Well, maybe now would be a good time to use a familiar.
Yeah, we'll go down to the extent of the ladder, and then see if Paige can scout another 100 feet beyond that. See what she can see. What I can see through her, you know.
Where the ladder comes to an end, there seems to be a veil of light or shadow, not blocking anything from passing through, but preventing the ambient light from beneath from penetrating above. You can just kind of see it though, so you can actually make out where the point is. Peeking below it, is Paige just sending down?
Yeah.
There
Paige
is
the bestest scout.
a vast, ancient chamber below. A drop of about another 50 feet or so to a pool or a pond of some sort. It's hard to tell. There's lily pads floating in it. Very ancient stone walls around. It looks like you can actually see some fish or something moving down in the water there. Massive steps and step pyramid risings lead up to what appears to be an entrance to a temple of some sort, or crypt. You're not sure. They're very far ends. Paige can just make it out of the light. This is a very long chamber, but there is water beneath you. The water itself seems to be fairly clear. It has sort of an ambient glow to it. There are similar braziers to the ones that you just lit, but smaller, even older looking, kind of lighting up parts of the stairwell. There's some odd statues and other ornamentation on this pyramid as well that give off a faint greenish glow.
Oh, we've gone from purple to green. We got the whole Joker spectrum going on here. This will be fine.
Would you call the architecture cyclopean at all?
Sure.
Because of if you've got cyclopean architecture with ooze, I'm leaving now.
No, it's not.
Okay.
I think we're in some sort of reverse Jack and the Beanstalk. I guess he wasn't a Cyclops.
Or in the
Look in
pit.
So
Look in the sledge hole.
oh my god.
Yeah, is there any indication of where the slime was coming from?
The sludge hole.
Hey, that's
I mean, what else would you
plan.
call
We
it?
don't talk about the sludge holes, okay?
It seems to be almost kind of coating the walls of this shaft here, and just very, very slowly. You can actually kind of see, if you look at it for a minute, you can see that it just very slowly
Inching
kind
up.
of makes its way up.
Weird.
It seems to be almost kind of like coming from underneath and just
So it's just like
slowly.
So it's like coming out of the stone, like there's no source of it down below.
Nothing you can tell.
Interesting. All right, so we got about a 50-foot drop down to Lily Pad Central. There's critters in the water, and then there's a big friggin' underground ziggurat.
Critters?
Yeah.
What sorts of critters?
Sorry, apologies, Flick. You need to define critters because you use that term to describe things 3 times your size.
Yes, please describe the critters in the sledge
Please describe the critters.
I described the what kind? There's stuff swimming in the water.
Like they might be like they look fish-like. Like
Fish,
they look pretty.
fish-ish.
Yeah, they look like fish.
Big fish, like me-sized fish or fish-sized fish?
I was gonna say, are they
Little.
Like regular sized fish or like roll for initiative sized fish?
Like koi.
That's the great distinction.
Yeah.
Probably like koi.
Being coy with us, but answer the question. I know that you're being coy with us, but answer the question.
Tish. All right. Someone have rope? I must have rope. Someone's got rope, right?
Dinar has a rope.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I've got rope.
I think we've all got rope.
All right, so we tie off a rope, feather fall down because who wants to screw around with rope to go down? But we got a way back out when we need it, and I suppose you could fly out too, D, because you can fly now because that's awesome. But yeah, I say we just go down and go see what's in the underground. What's it? I'm sure it's totally benign.
The underground. What's it?
I suppose we should.
I mean, we're here already. We've come all this way.
Well, this looks ominous.
I mean, they put the lights on for us. We can't not go down.
One of the things that you notice immediately
is that the lights are equally spaced, and it's driving me bananas.
is that this place is ancient. Like ancient. Definitely pre-deluge. There's nothing like this. The architecture is unlike anything you've seen.
Like I said, underground, what's it? Let's rock on. And we have water walking, did I hear?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes, you are all currently standing on top of the water, which the water's not very deep. It's maybe about a foot deep.
Yes.
Flick would be deep at. And there are some fish swimming around, and they seem to be like koi-like. They're just smallish. So a couple of them get a little bit larger, like trout, small trout, but they don't really seem all that interested in you.
These are fish that we recognize? Like these are like fish that we see like in fisher boats and stuff?
Yeah.
Do they seem like
Eudoran, if that's sort of what you're...
It's mainly like these are fish you would find like in the ocean and stuff, not like some weird like
extra dimensional fish.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they're regular fish. Like
okay.
Yep.
Do they seem healthy looking for what they are?
Yeah, there's lily pads growing here, and some of them even have little flowers growing on them. There's breathable air down here. It smells strange.
Okay, so I mean this place probably leads out to the ocean somewhere.
I would assume
Which isn't that surprising, considering we're on an island.
Plant and animal life here doesn't seem to have any sort of adaptations for living in a sunless environment, which would lead me to believe that they probably have a way out of here.
Yeah. So, anybody recognize this architecture?
It's not goblin. It is not made of sticks and mud. Otherwise, I'm done. I'm spent. I got nothing.
Has Dinar seen anything like this in his travel across Eudora?
You can give me a history check, and you can give it with advantage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I wonder why that is. Well, a 19 and a 16 is pretty darn good, plus my 8, so I'll go with the 27, please.
Go off.
There is definitely something familiar about the structure, the ornamentation, the carvings. the water spouts, the heads, the reliefs. But it's not anything that you've seen in the Isles. This brings back a memory from your childhood.
Oh boy.
Some of the ancient holy places of your homeland. This architecture is draconian.
Ooh.
Okay. How does Dinar react to that information?
That's certainly of interest.
And just to be clear, Craig, by draconian you mean dragons, not dragonborn?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
So the one of the prime memories that hits you is the High Temple of Verithan in Dracora, which has been rebuilt a number of times, but built to honor the astral dragon himself. A lot of similar features that you're picking up here.
I imagine when Dinar gets eyes on this and starts to recall where he's seen this before, there's maybe a look of like curiosity mixed with a little bit of concern. I mean, the world knowledge is that the dragons are gone, right? There's no dragons left.
Yep.
Not even the one that Bira encountered. Nobody knows about that one.
Oh, you're checking from other game?
That's a deep cut.
No, that's another time. That's another era. That's prior to this era.
Oh, okay.
Close to, but not.
Okay, so that's not world knowledge that Dinar has, or that Dinar would even be able to know.
No, Dinar does not know about Kralaxa the Tsar.
Okay. Well, thing about this temple here, gentlemen, is that it's draconic to start.
I'm sorry?
It's draconic.
As in, it was built by Dragonborn like yourself, or by...
No, by dragons. Full-fledged, proper dragons.
Like the wings and the breathing of the fire and the horns and the raising the countryside.
The beings the size of a small city, yes.
I was gonna say burninating the villages.
Burninating the village.
And their French
cottage.
I mean, that explains the big steps, but
No, Trogdor was a man.
Actually, he was a dragon man, I believe.
Right, but not a dragon.
He was a dragon.
Because he was still Trogdor.
No.
I too have read this historical reference document.
Inspiration, all of you.
I
love it.
The S is for socks. The S is for socks.
Iron.
Now, I'm inclined to say that we don't really have anything to worry about because
there are no dragons.
there are no dragons.
Yeah.
So let's go see what they left behind.
I don't want to be that guy, but the reason there are no dragons is kind of because of us. But remember that whole incident with the egg?
Yeah.
There's no dragons. I don't think we personally killed all the ones that used to live, though.
No, but there
was going to
have
be
been a dragon.
It was going to be
it was not
undead
very
anyway,
good.
so it's like
My
it's not
point
like we
being,
killed it.
My point being, there are eggs. around. We know there are eggs around. This might be a place where there are more eggs.
Well, then, let's get ready for some omelets. I'm heading up the stairs.
I have heard that dragon omelet is quite a delicacy.
I think I've got some dragon egg shards, too.
Your steps, your footsteps on these stone stairs echo faintly in this large hall. You can see now, looking up, that the ceiling is almost like an arched cathedral of rock and stone. This is like one big giant antechamber to whatever lies beyond.
Are the steps built in such a way that humanoids could climb them, or are they...
With a little bit of difficulty.
Okay.
They're dragon scaled?
They're big.
Yeah.
Everything is big.
Yeah. So I'm taking my time. But I'm scampering up these things as best I can.
Craig, is there anything from the architecture or the statues that we're seeing here that would suggest maybe what type of dragon this was built for?
Not that you have any recollection of.
Okay.
I mean, it's been down here a bazillion years, but time's a wasting. Let's get up here.
Why are the braziers lit?
Because we lit
this
the
thing
ones
called
above.
magic that might have, we opened the gate. This place is waking up, so let's go see what we woke up with it.
Orc will move towards Flick on the front line of this ascension as well.
Okay.
Not really saying anything, but just sort of taking it all in.
I think Mike will need to scroll the map for
Oh, yep.
stream probably. Because he's big.
It is. I've done a flyby of what we could see already, but yes. I think Dinar will definitely bring up the rear, and he's probably spending far too much time investigating the different, what I could assume are symbols or statues that are around. But he is bringing up the rear by a significant margin.
A lot of the dragon shapes, like they're sort of generic draconic, like, not specific to metallic, chromatic, or specific types that you'd be familiar with. It's just something different. Draconic, but with a different influence or different patterning.
A different flavor.
Yeah.
More of a chicken broth than a beef broth.
That's one way to look at it, I suppose.
More of a sherry rather than a port.
All right, so you guys continue up the stairs.
Yeah.
That we do.
And then there's more stairs. This place.
It is quite the climb.
So, Dinar, are we gonna run? You're letting Flick go first, shouldn't you be the one? Because if you speak the language, right? You look the
I can
part.
speak languages if we need to, but
The thing is that this is going to be so ancient that the Draconic that I know, I don't even know if it's the same.
There is linguistic drift to consider.
The one thing that strikes all
I don't know,
of
man.
you-
That sounds pretty cap.
The one thing I might take inspiration away. Be careful. The one thing that strikes all of you is that this place was designed to humble those who approach.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely, you mere mortal who walk these steps, who approach this temple. The size of it, the scale of it, it's meant to strike you with awe. It's meant to make you feel your size, essentially.
Yeah.
While we are climbing the stairs, Flick is going to be doing a little Pythagoras and arithmetic, and just, are we still technically able to have been under the island, or are we somewhere else? Right? We went down 150 feet. Have we gone back up more than 150 feet at this point?
Give me just a straight intelligence check.
I mean, I'm not a dumb guy, but I'm not super smart. Let's see how this goes. Blam. Ooh, natural 20
Wow.
or a 22.
Yes and no. It could fit,
But it's a tight fit.
but there's something about it that seems like the creatures you encountered, and that it is both here, but not entirely. So it is here. It is present on the material plane, in the Broken Isles, beneath this island, and yet possibly also elsewhere.
But
The size, the scale, the
geometry.
dimensions, it doesn't quite line up.
this does not feel. And I also don't be verbalizing this. This place is a way bigger than fits under your little lighthouse there, Torque.
I was thinking the same thing, actually. Yeah.
It's not lost on me. So does this mean that we're in another plane, or just that we've?
Well, we had proffered that idea when we were talking about the Great Gate.
We might have just slipped sideways or something. Who knows? Let's just see where all these friggin' stairs lead to.
As long as we can make it back the way we came in the end.
Yes, being able to reverse it, that's the key. If not, Dee's got the magic box. I'm sure that'll come into play. Hey,
Like as you continue towards the top, you can now make out the entry to sort of the crowning chamber of this stepped pyramid. There's a large dragon head mounted on the archway above, eyes glowing in emerald green, but a little bit off in color. Giant jewel in the center of its head, slowly pulsing with energy as well.
Saw it first.
The hell you did.
It's interesting.
I'll get to it first.
All the stones and everything leading up to this place have been in pretty good condition. Just a couple of braziers here and there had fallen over. At the top here, there seems to be more signs of damage. One of these tall snaking statues, still draconic in that it's got these snake-like figures have, limbs on them. One is toppled over and the head broken off. You can see where some of the pavement has broken. So a little bit more damage around the entrance here than there was below.
Is Dinar seeing anything written that he can understand?
No.
No? There's
no
nothing
writing.
written, or there's nothing written I can understand?
There's no writing.
Okay.
None.
All right. One last flight of stairs. I'm a little beat here. Hey.
Torque will follow as well.
It's those little legs.
No, it's the little arms that are hurting, though, because these stairs are so big.
As you approach the entry here,
Uh-oh.
the source of the rumbling you felt on the island above becomes more apparent as this place too. You hear a couple stones break.
Uh-oh.
And you hear an exhale of breath.
That's
Deep.
concerning.
And sonorous.
Context.
And in Draconic, you hear Dinar. I think Torque, you speak Draconic as well, right?
Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah, for some reason he does, yeah.
You hear visitors. Can it be? How long? How long? I must see you. Torque. A massive clawed foot comes out of the darkness.
Oh boy.
And a sinuous neck. Huge jaws, bigger than anything you've ever seen. Long tendrils dripping off of it. Scales. Eyes that are white. Almost look blind in a sense. Nostrils, each the size of your shell.
That's big.
It's quite big.
Gargantuan, one might say.
As a dragon peers out from within.
Oh my god, there's a dragon in this dungeon. Who would have guessed?
You
That's
see
a
it.
big freaking
Buster
dragon.
Rhymes tried to warn us.
Rather than looking at you, you can see now that it is in fact blind. Its scales are dull, almost colorless. What you wear, your scent. What year is it?
Dinar over on the far side is going to cast Dimension Door and put himself, just because I don't want to run, he's going to Dimension Door himself right in front of it. He is going to kneel and bow his head.
Lick,
Yeah, buddy.
you're seeing that too, right?
Yeah, I'm going to turn on the. Hang on a second. I'm going to use my once per day fast cast of a ritual spell so I can comprehend languages, so I'm not left in a loop this friggin' time.
Okay.
Cool.
I will translate for you, buddy. Don't you worry.
Great.
In Draconic, with his head bowed and kneeling, Dinar will tell the dragon the year.
You're talking about the weather so far.
Oh yeah, small talk. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Has it been that long? Little dragon, why do you bow?
Still in Draconic.
I would
Sorry.
love to laugh at the fact that they called Big D little, which would
Yeah.
imply he's a little D, but unfortunately I am petrified in fear right now.
Correct answer.
Sorry, Craig, what did the dragon ask?
Why do you bow?
Still bowing, still speaking in Draconic. It's obviously been a very long time that you have been down here. But to the best of my knowledge, you are the only dragon that remains. I bow out of reverence.
And yet you know not whether Torpor or Verathun I claim as master.
brave. I am Bronag Falachte. I am the last. You will tell me why you've come. You will tell me what I want to know. And perhaps we can exchange knowledge. Enter.
And then you hear that as not a suggestion, as it withdraws.
Yeah.
It pulls itself back in.
The Dinar scare it away.
No, Uncle B invited us in.
Oh, great!
I hope he's got like hard candies for us.
He hasn't eaten us yet, so perhaps this is perhaps we can settle this non-violently.
Dinar?
I mean, it could be settled violently, but very one-sidedly, I think.
That is precisely what I'm trying to avoid.
Even I have an assessment of the situation.
Dinar,
Yes.
are you the only reason that we're alive right now?
Because he's been buttering up Uncle B. He's fine. We're totally cool.
Oh, I'm sure
Got this,
Torque could
buddy.
have done that, but there's a difference. There's the difference.
You didn't even have to cast a spell.
Dinar will pull out his copper wire and point back to Tayland. Why do you think I dimension doored here?
Yeah.
Uncle
we
B
all-
is a racist.
We all
For crying out loud,
we all have to go in there, don't we?
We most assuredly do, I'm sure.
Oh, great.
Guess who's coming to dinner?
Any idea on what we can expect?
Well, someone's getting eaten.
Is it bad faith for me to have weapons drawn?
Yes.
Okay.
You will not
Did I
show
offer it booze?
No.
Okay.
You will not show this dragon hostility.
Can we at least ask it why it got locked down here?
Well, if we
Well,
need to go in and have a conversation with him first.
oh boy. It's good times. I'm
All
so
right,
happy.
D, you're on point.
Torque, you lived on an island that had a dragon on it this whole time.
Well, not on it so much as the island was on the dragon. And I'm beginning to think that maybe it was a good thing that I didn't investigate that all those years ago.
Are you sure?
Fairly certain at this point, yes.
Uh-huh. Well, I guess I'm just gonna Flick. You know what? I'm just you know, I don't know what's happening, so please tell me everything. as it happens.
I'm your ears. Don't you worry, buddy. We're in this together.
Hooray.
Dinar.
I gotta pump up Dinar a little bit, give him a little back rub. All right, we got this, Skipper. We're going in strong. Confidence, right? All right, here we go. And push him through the door.
Anybody want a shot before we go talk to the big scary thing that could eat us in 3 seconds?
Unfortunately, I think I may need to keep my wits about me for this one.
Put your rules
All right,
away,
for me.
Tayland.
I'll take his.
Yeah. There you are, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Bottoms up. Let's do this.
Yes, we will enter. Dinar will lead.
All right.
I'm assuming everybody's following, but Dinar will enter.
Ah,
I already
we
done
don't-
pushed in. So
we
yeah.
don't have a choice, dude.
So as you enter the lair of Branag Falak,
Oh, the lair.
the last dragon, we will pick it up there next session.
Oh, God.
Can't wait.
Thank
You're going to
you
make
for
us
joining
wait 3
everyone.
weeks for this?
Yeah, Yeah.
You bastard.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll catch you next time. So thank you very much. Happy gaming. Stay safe. Peace out.
Have a good night, everybody.